going to move to our strength training here. So as you can see, we have 4 exercises. So we're going to work them in a circuit fashion, but that doesn't mean you go boom, 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 trying to get them done as quickly as you can. It just means you're going to go through all 4 exercises before you start your second and third sets here. So we have our cyclist squats like we've been working on. Again, remember, we're thinking about strength training. A lot of times we want to keep it simple so that we can really just be effective with the exercises that we're working. Challenge yourself with that weight. Now we are going for 8 to 10 reps this month, so it shouldn't be the same weight that you were using for your 5 reps. But again, you might get close by the end of the month if you really challenge yourself. You can see Coach Matt here. He's doing that double kettlebell cyclist squat, letting those knees go out over those toes, sitting as low as you can. Nice tall posture with that torso here as well. So 8 to 10 reps. Again, what does 8 to 10 mean? It means I want a weight that you can do at least 8 reps with. And if that 8th rep is the last rep that you can do well, then that's a good 8 rep weight. If you can do 9 or 10, don't stop at 8. If you can do 10, you can try taking that weight up a little bit, maybe 5 pounds, 5 or 10 pounds, depending on the exercise, and then try to make that your 8 rep weight. So again, in the first couple weeks, we're just trying to figure out the exercises, the routine, and then what weights work the best. In weeks 3 or 4 is where you really want to, try to take it up and challenge yourself. But don't be afraid in weeks 1 and 2 to find a weight that even feels maybe a little too heavy at first, and we can build up there as well. We have our cyclist squats, and then we'll move over to our hip bridge rows. This is with the suspension trainer here. So as you can see, Coach T's getting set up underneath the suspension trainer, and then her hips are up, working that glute bridge here as well, and then thinking about pulling those handles down to you, and your torso is going to come up, pulling that towards your armpits here. You want to be able to pause for a second at the bottom as well. You don't want to grab, or you don't want to be doing this and making it just being so heavy that you're not able to stay up there for a split second. Now again, this is the variation where you set up underneath. To make this one heavier, you walk your feet further away from you. That's going to make your body weight a little bit heavier. If getting directly underneath like this is still a little too challenging, you just turn around and work that traditional TRX row and just trying to step in as close to the wall as possible. Remember, when we're doing rows and chin-ups, any of these exercises, really, let the ego go. We want quality reps. You will get stronger faster by taking that weight down and making sure those are good reps. Those muscles get the work in, and you're gonna progress a lot faster there. So don't be afraid to make this thing make any exercise a little bit lighter to make sure every rep is a good rep there. Then from there we go to our dumbbell alternating bench press. So we have our flat bench. Now remember here, both arms are up. We've worked this recently, but as I pull down with one arm, I'm still pressing with the other here. So it's a deep breath in, press up with that dumbbell, and then switching sides here. 8 to 10 on each side for this one. Again, don't be afraid to challenge yourself with that weight. It's okay to struggle with that last rep or 2. That's really where the magic happens anyway. So we're gonna get 8 to 10 reps in on each side. When you're done with those, you can either sit up with them or take them down to the floor from that lying position. And then we're gonna move over to our split step bag clean. So this is a new one. Again, this is one of those that's actually simpler than it might look at first. So I go to that split stance. Now, essentially what I'm doing is I'm creating a single leg clean or deadlift position, and I'm using that other leg as a kickstand here. So I am focused on the leg, the forward leg, doing that work. The leg that's stepping back into that split stance is just that little kickstand for a little bit of balance. But also notice I'm trying to get my chest out over my toes here, so I'm not upright at the bottom either. So it has that, we're gonna really work those glutes on this one and create some power here. We also demonstrated here the split step clean to single leg stance. That's a lot, everybody. So anyway, it basically means that if you can, drive that knee up out of that split step as well and try to hold that single leg position at the top for a second. You don't want to try this and lose your balance. So if you are using a weight or moving at a speed that you can't maintain that stability at the top in that single leg position, it's either not the right exercise for you yet, or go down to a lighter weight and see if that helps you master that exercise as well. But you don't necessarily need to. It's just a little bit advanced movement there to challenge some of that stability there as well. But by all means, just go with this straight split step bag clean there. And that is going to be 8 to 10 on each side. So that means that the weight of the bag might not be as heavy as you could do for 8 reps on each leg, or excuse me, 8 reps total. So we'll kind of have to mix it up a little bit. But again, a lot of you are stronger than you give yourselves credit for. Don't be afraid of using a heavier bag than you have been, especially from that side lunge clean that we've been doing in November. This split step clean is actually probably going to feel a little bit stronger than that side lunge, so don't be afraid to challenge yourself with the weight on that as well. Now in the first week, we'll get at least 2 sets in. Some of you might have time for 3. By the second and third and fourth weeks, we want to have the routine down, and typically everybody's moving a little bit more efficiently. So we'll try. The goal will be to get 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps there. So that's going to give us 24 to 30 reps per exercise, and that's a pretty good amount to build that strength and actually maybe build a little bit of lean muscle mass there as well.